Nothing feels more devastating than looking at how cool is other people's life while you can't even have a drop of that because you're simply shy. Talking to strangers or in general to everyone around you isn't yours. Maybe you're just genetically not designed in such a way. We admire such people everywhere, in the streets, in bars, or simply on Instagram. Time to time we dream about being that guy who feels comfortable doing anything that comes into his mind. But then we realize that reality isn't like that. It either happens in movies or with people who are simply born with such a talent. But the truth is that shyness has nothing to do with your genetics or talent. The only difference between the extrovert and the introvert is their perspective of the world. And if you just shift your perspective, you are going to instantly overcome shyness. And if you watch this video till the end, you will certainly know how to do that. But let's first understand, why are we shy in the first place? We are shy mainly for two particular reasons. First of all, we care too much about what people think about us. Of course, people's opinion matters to a certain extent, because how they treat us is based on what they think about us. So it's important to project the right image of yourself. But in general, people usually don't give a damn about the little things you do because they are simply too busy with their life. And secondly, we are terrified about the consequences of our actions. We start imagining all sorts of negative outcomes if we want to do something we have never done before. And as a result of that, we simply get afraid to take any action. In fact, that happens to all of us, even to the most confident person you have ever known, because our brains always exaggerate when things seem uncertain, when you're not sure what's going to happen next. So in order to feel confident and overcome your shyness, you have to face the situation from a different angle. You don't usually feel shy when you talk to your friends, for example, because you already know these people and you certainly know how they are going to react. So there is nothing uncertain. On the other hand, when it's a stranger, especially if it's the opposite gender, you hesitate because you're unsure of their reaction. But what if you know how they're going to react? What if you know for sure that she will react like your friends? Would you feel shy in that situation approaching that person? I don't think so. Remember, even your friends, at some point you didn't know each other, and suddenly you were this new kid in the class, you realize that you forgot to bring a pen. You turn around and ask her, "Do I have an extra pen?" And you become friends. The process is always the same. Yes, sometimes there isn't a reason to get to start the conversation, but you can always create one. It should not be super impressive and complicated. It could be as simple as asking for direction, even if you know the place around. Whenever you start getting nervous, just freeze for a moment and make it clear to your brain that this is no different than hanging out with your friends. That change in perspective will certainly calm you down. Of course, it's easier to be said than to be done, but with some practice you will get over it. When you get into a restaurant, have a little chat with the waiter. Part of his job is to be nice to you, so don't worry about his reaction. Just ask him about his favorite meal or what he would recommend. When you get into the grocery, just comment on something when you're with the cashier. That will spark the conversation. People in general love talking, especially when it's about themselves. But if you are really a super shy person, then start with something much easier, like talking more amongst your friends or going out more than you do now. In short, keep in mind that nothing horrible will happen if you talk to a stranger or say something stupid or do something you have never done before. The next moment everyone will forget it, as if nothing has ever happened. With that perspective, you will certainly overcome your shyness. And now it's your turn. What do you think? How do you overcome shyness? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video. And if you don't want to miss the next video, then hit the subscribe button and the bell besides it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.